You ever wonder why Cillian Murphy is almost impossible to find on Instagram or Twitter? Why the man who stars in blockbusters like Oppenheimer and Peaky Blinders lives off the grid in the digital world? Well, his absence online is not a mistake or a glitch. It's a choice, and a powerful one at that. Cillian Murphy has never been on social media. No Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter. And he's made it very clear that this silence is his way of protecting something precious about his life and his art. He has said that social media feels fake to him, that he doesn't want strangers always knowing where he is or what he is doing. To him, that constant exposure blurs the line between who he is as a person and who he plays on screen. In an interview, he once said he sees himself purely as an actor, not a personality. He believes that the more removed he is from the digital noise, the more free he can be in his craft. He said if people know too much about who he is when he's not acting, it can get in the way of his ability to transform into a character. His private life is very much protected. He is married to Yvonne McGuinness and they have two sons. They live a relatively quiet life in Ireland, and Cillian has said many times that he wants public focus to stay on his work, not his home life. He has explained that building a wall between his family and the fame machine was essential for him and his children. Cillian also has a no photo policy with fans. He told GQ that he doesn't like people taking selfies with him. He prefers a brief hello or a small conversation instead of that snapshot culture. In his words, once you start posing for photos, everything changes, and he feels it messes with authenticity and calm. Another reason is his belief in old-fashioned values. He said he wants to keep things decent, not loud, not always talking about himself. He values kindness, humility, and real connections more than getting attention for his personal life. Cillian also believes that social media can harm empathy. He thinks being constantly visible online changes how people connect and that it often removes depth from real-life interaction. He has shared that for him, acting is about transformation, and that requires a certain invisibility in your own life so you can become someone else on screen. By staying off social media, he builds a kind of mystique. Some fans say it's part of his power, his mystery. The fact that you don't know what he's doing every minute makes you lean in harder when you do see him in a film or interview. That absence becomes a part of his identity, his brand as an actor. And this isn't just about being old-fashioned or dismissive of technology. He has said he lives in a way that feels very analog, that he treasures real-life moments that are not filtered or curated for public consumption. He reads, he spends quiet time with his family, and he chooses roles that challenge him rather than roles that just raise his profile. His choice also sends a message to fans and to other celebrities. In a world obsessed with followers and viral content, Cillian Murphy shows that you can be successful, respected, and deeply private. He doesn't need to document everything because his work speaks for him. Cillian Murphy refuses the social media spotlight not because he fears fame, but because he respects himself, his family, and his art too much to let his life be reduced to posts and likes. His silence online allows him to be more present in his roles, more grounded in reality, and more free to be exactly who he is when the cameras are off. So, the next time you wonder why you can't find him on Instagram or wondering why there is no official Murphy account online, remember this. For Cillian Murphy, invisibility online equals strength in real life. And that may be the most modern kind of star power there is.